This is my newly remodeled RV kitchen. Don't mind all the tools and stuff, it's a work in progress. And this is a new 12-volt refrigerator that I wanted to install when I originally remodeled this kitchen. And I can't wait to get on the road and take this thing on a trip. Let's get it up on the counter and talk about it. So this is a Bodega Cooler. It's a 12-volt refrigerator freezer that can act as a refrigerator, or it can cool as low as -4 and act as a freezer for anything you want to freeze or take on the road with you. So if you don't want to pay big money for those name brand status symbol coolers and still have to buy ice, you can just buy one of these, in some cases for less money, and you can just plug it into your car, plug it into a battery, plug it into the wall, and have the versatility of a refrigerator or a freezer, and the size as well. So taking a look inside, this is the 50 liter. So it's got some really good space down in here. It's got this basket that comes out. And one thing that this 50 liter has that others in this size category doesn't is a drain. So I've got two other 12-volt fridges, and neither one of those have a drain. So this is awesome. If you spill something, if you're rinsing it out, you can just twist that cap there and let it drain and not have to worry about what you've lost inside. It's also got wheels. So usually it's the larger sizes of these that come with wheels. So with the wheels on this side, it's got the standard handle, but on this side, it has the standard handle, but then it also has this extended handle for when you're pulling it, dragging it, doing whatever you need to do. And then here's the control panel. So very simple control panel. You can adjust eco and max. You can adjust the temperature, turn off the power. It also has power saving modes for your battery. So it'll sense the car and your battery. You can set it high, medium, and low. And depending on if your battery is pushing really well, or you want it to just turn off at a lower setting and save your car's battery, that's a great feature, so you don't actually run your battery down, because that's something that I would be concerned about. And then what this also has that others don't is a USB. So if you're powering this and you want to charge something, you can also just plug in the USB and it has extra charging. So this is a really cool fridge. It comes with an instruction manual. It comes with the 12-volt cigarette lighter plug, and it comes with 120-volt plug. So I'll turn this on in a second and I'll show you the app, because it is controlled by an app. But let me show you why I really like this fridge and where it's going to go. So in my intro, I talked about this is a freshly remodeled RV kitchen. We went with some different countertops that look like butcher block, but they're pretty thin, just like the originals. So that's cool. But right here, you might notice there was, if you can tell, an oven. So there was an oven and a cooktop. We went with the induction, one burner induction, because we didn't use the cooktop all that much. And then we had a dorm style refrigerator down here that just didn't seem to work great, because the dorm style refrigerators aren't designed for like a garage or a warm space. So when this RV is sitting and it gets warm and we just plug it in and we don't have the AC on and we're trying to get it prepped for a trip, that dorm fridge doesn't cool. It actually will turn itself off and not work. So one of these coolers, refrigerators, freezers is perfect. And it's a perfect companion to this. This is 120 volts. It does run off of the inverter, but obviously we don't run the inverter all the time. So having a dedicated 12-volt refrigerator that's also going to be running while we go down the road is perfect. Let me show you what else I did here. Underneath this gym mat is this. This is a trash can slider. I literally just drove to Lowe's and picked it up. So this is a trash can slider from Lowe's with soft close drawers and hinges. And then back there is the wiring for the furnace. Now I've tested these 12-volt refrigerators and they do not pull very many amps, just 1 to 2 amps. So I think it's going to be just fine running it off of the furnace wiring, especially since we don't really camp all that much in the cold, and then we don't run the furnace because we have a heat pump and we keep another radiant heater. So every now and then that furnace kicks on, but even when it does, this thing's not going to be pulling any amps, because when it gets to temperature, it'll basically drop to almost zero power that it's pulling and be just fine. So as you can see, we have the plug, the 120-volt plug in case we need it, and I have the 12-volt. So I can switch back and forth if I want. But I'm going to go ahead and set this back in here and show you what it looks like turned on, and show you the app, because the app is a really nifty feature. So it does also have a light here. Most of these have a light to illuminate what you're doing, especially if you come out here in the dark. But yeah, this thing fits pretty good. Just sitting on that gym mat. Closes pretty good on those soft close drawers, and it's not too much. It's not sticking out too far. And I saw another one that was narrower but almost as large. The problem is it's too tall. So this one has the perfect height to fit in this exact spot that I took my furnace out of. And I think, you know, once this slide is opened up, we're barely gonna, we keep the trash can kind of here anyway, so I think we're gonna be just fine. And you can cook, because this cooktop, we set it back. I brought it up a little farther than I think my wife wanted it, so now, you know, it's just exactly where we need it. I'm pretty happy with that. And here's the app for this guy. Really simple, like I said. So it's set at 34 degrees. You can easily change it, and you can hear it beep as you change it. I think 34 degrees, 33, 34, it's a good setting for cold, and this will get cold really fast. I've got it on Eco right now. Even on Eco, it should drop down to 34 degrees as long as your house, RV, garage, whatever is below 85 degrees, you're going to drop down quick. Any of these are going to struggle in 90-degree heat, but they'll do it. These will do it better than a standard fridge, and then they'll keep their cold. So it will do it, but just know it'll go a little slower when it's really hot outside. So you can set it to Fahrenheit or Celsius. You can lock it. You can unpair it. And then I've got it on medium, but I can set it on low. So if my voltage in the RV actually don't really matter, I got 300 amp hours of lithium, and I've got a few hundred watts of solar. So if it feels low, it'll turn itself off and attempt to save my battery, which is a great thing. So now when we're driving down the road, or when we prep and we turn the RV on, this thing is going to power up, and we're going to have a nice cold refrigerator running down the road. I can take it out. We can put it in the car. It's got wheels. We can drag it to the beach. This thing is going to be so versatile. I'm super happy with it. I can't wait to take it with us. Now we don't need another cooler. This is our refrigerator, and it's also our cooler. So we can come and go, and we can use it as we please. It's a great little unit. So yeah, guys, I'm super excited for this Bodega Cooler. It came at just the right time. You know, we're thinking about a trip, maybe to the Outer Banks, maybe to take a ferry out to Ocracoke, or other vicinity near there, and that would be not this coming up week, but the week after. So it's going to be hot. We're going to really need a good cooler like this. Obviously we're going to be right on the beach, so this is great, and I really like it. I've already had it cooling a few things. I've tested it on a portable power station that I've just recently built with my son. There's a video on that. So a 10 amp portable power station. This will run for about 4 or 5 hours on a 10 amp hour lithium battery, which is amazing. I also have a jump pack that we'll run it off of. So some really great things, a lot of versatility. You can, you know, throw so many cold snacks in this that it's crazy. So, and this 50-liter size for keeping in a SUV, for keeping in an RV, for moving around is just about perfect. Any bigger, and it's hard to carry by yourself, especially if you're going to load this up with a lot of drinks, a lot of liquids. This can get heavy pretty quick, so the wheels are very important. But the size and just keeping it here in the RV and taking it when we need it is awesome. So thanks for watching, guys. There'll be a link in the description for this thing if you want one. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll catch you on the next one.